First contest I won, 25 grand. Swimsuit contest.
Stop being a hater, okay? Don't post your location when you're somewhere at that time.
Oh.
I've had stalkers and I'm not even like that cool.
So
I'm smart, you guys.
here's my card with my number and vote for me. I am a mutt.
I'll just stay in my lane. Also, my brows are laminated and I just got them done this week and they look good, bitch. Hi everyone, welcome back to Bottle Girl Diaries. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cindy Nansiri, currently a bottle server in the Las Vegas nightlife industry. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with the beautiful Tawny Jordan. But before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to the channel below so you don't miss out on next week's episode. There we go. Also, quick shout out to our sponsors today, Lovely Beauty Salon, for your lashes, microblading, lip blush, everything between. Also, my brows are laminated and I just got them done this week and they look good, bitch. So shout out to Astra at Lovely Beauty. But let's go ahead and jump into our episode. Tawny is going to speak with us today. She has her own company, Bella Model Management. She has done almost every single bikini contest in Vegas, Halloween costume contest. She goes all out for that, and she's obviously just been able to monetize off of her Instagram, and she's actually like a real paid model. So, but Tawny, I will let you take the floor.
Okay.
First start with, a little bit of your background and about yourself and what kind of like experience you have with the nightlife.
Okay. So I first started nightlife in Chicago. That's where I lived, or that's where I grew up.
We haven't had anybody that's worked in Chicago, so
Okay,
that's
well,
good.
Perfect,
there you go.
Perfect. So actually, I was a full-time model, and how it started was, just coming to Chicago. I was from a small town originally. And so I would go there and, work a couple jobs, come back. And then at, I think it was 21, I moved there. And I was walking towards the train to a modeling job. And this guy, and I lived in Wrigleyville, by the way.
Okay.
So do you know where Wrigley is?
No, but is there a Wrigley Field there or
Yeah,
something?
so Wrigleyville
is that where they play baseball?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So that's actually good that you know that.
Okay,
That's
I don't know how I
impressive.
know that, because I
That's-
don't really follow baseball.
That's okay. That's impressive.
I'm smart, you guys. I told you.
She's smart. Well, anyways, so I lived in Wrigleyville, and I actually lived right in front of the stadium. Like my front window was the stadium.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was a cool location, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit, and it was great. And so I was walking towards the train for a modeling gig, and this guy, Wrigleyville is really busy. So people are just yelling, and people are everywhere, and it's just madness.
Right.
No matter what time of the day, just game day is busy day.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a bottle server job. That's almost equivalent to have a job in Wrigleyville.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everybody wants that job because you make mad money.
Okay.
Everybody comes there for the games.
Okay, so there's just a lot of money to be made in Wrigleyville.
Yeah, and
Okay,
there's
cool.
during the season, and there's a strip of bars and stuff, and I lived on that strip.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was crazy. So this guy is like, hey, and I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
who is this hollering at me? And he's like, hey, come down here, blah, blah, blah. And it was he owned a bar or whatever, this guy. And I'm just he's like, do you want a job? And I'm like, I'm doing what? I was like, I have a job. I'm on my way to my job right now.
Where were you working?
It was just a modeling gig
That's right.
I
You
had
said
with
that.
an agency.
Yeah. Okay.
And I had a model manager at the time, and this was just the job that I had. And I was like, I'm already on my way to a job. And he's like, well, I'll give you a job. And I was like, doing what? What? He was like, well, waitress. I was like, I don't want a waitress. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I was a
not for
full-time
everybody.
model, and I'm like, if I'm gonna have a job, I want a bartending job. And because that's what you do in Wrigleyville. You bartend or you are a waitress. There's not really I think there's bottle service now.
Yeah.
But it's more bartending and stuff.
Right.
So I was like, well, I would bartend. He's like, do you have any experience? And I'm like, no. like, if you teach me, I'll learn.
Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, come this day. And that's kind of how it started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did you work in the nightlife industry in Chicago?
About 3 years.
Okay, so you did it for a long time.
Yeah, 3 years on and
Okay.
off, traveling, modeling, and I was coming here a lot. And
Okay.
that's kind of how I got here.
Okay. Okay, so where were you born and raised?
Peoria, Illinois.
Okay. Okay. So you were born in, okay.
Not a lot of people know where that is. It's like 3 hours from Chicago.
I kind of know what Peoria is. It's spelled Peoria, right? It's
Yeah,
not a
how
small
do you
city.
know that?
I don't know. Wait.
There's a Peoria,
I think I paid attention
Arizona.
Is it geography? It's geography. I paid attention to geography. Right? Speaking of, so you said you lived across from Wrigley Field.
Okay.
That being said, obviously there's a baseball team. Chicago has a basketball team.
Yes.
Chicago also has a football team. Not
We got
every
it all.
state.
And a hockey team.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we
So-
have 2 baseball teams.
Oh, you do? Wait, the Cubs and
The Sox. I'm a Cubs fan.
the... Is it the White Sox or the Red Sox? No, Red
The
Sox
White
is
Sox.
Boston.
White Sox.
White Sox. I'm pretty. I am...
It's okay. Baseball's not for everyone.
It's not.
It's not. Some people think it's really boring to watch, but like once you like a team, you like really get into it.
Well, did you date any of the athletes while you were in Chicago?
No, I've never dated any athletes.
No?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I just don't really date athletes.
It's smart. You're smart. You're smart. Cheers to that. Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers to not dating an athlete. I mean, some of them are very good looking, very charming, very obviously well paid, but they're hoes.
Oh.
They're hoes. So,
Speaking from experience.
yeah. Lots. Okay, so you obviously moved to Vegas, and what do you currently what do you have going on now? I see that you have like a few things, so I'm very curious. Because I just feel like you're like a self-made entrepreneur. So
Yeah, that's true.
oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
So right now, I still model. I still make good money from that. I have a lot of clients from, I've been modeling since like I was 18, 19. So almost 10 years. So that's a long time.
How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay.
Yeah, barely 5'7".
Heels on, 5'9".
Yeah, basically.
What's your nationality? What's your ethnicity?
I am a mutt. That's what they would say.
You told me once before.
Eurasian. So I'm Filipino, Chinese, Spanish.
Wow.
That's my mom's side. Swedish, Irish, German.
Oh, wow. Very beautiful combination.
So I'm a lot. I'm asking my mom, I'm like, well, what more am I of what? And she's like, nothing. Like, you're all mixed together. And I was like, okay.
You're all okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You're like, all that matters is that I'm cute. Okay, so you have your Bella Model Management. So
Yes.
explain about that. When did you start that? And, how is that going for you currently?
Good story, actually. So it started over 2 years ago. And with my modeling experience, it actually stemmed from having a model manager. And she kind of taught me a lot. Like, I think I started working with her at 20, I believe.
Okay.
And she really inspired me. She was a strong woman, and like, she just came into my life like a blessing. Like, when they say one door closes, another one opens.
absolutely.
Totally true. Like, I was dating someone, and we broke up, and I was upset, whatever. And then now I look back, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But she like hit me up the next day. I was in LA. And she was like, hey, I want to talk to you. I'm a model manager, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is like crazy. I like talked to her on the phone, and instantly I felt like she was going to be a part of me for a long time. And she wanted to sign me based on this picture that she found of me. She was like, I really love this photo. I see potential in you. And I'm like, okay. And she was from the Chicago area, so I was still living in Illinois at the time. And I was just like, okay, let's do it. So I signed the paperwork. She repped me for almost 6 years or so. And she actually passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, she passed away several years ago while I've already moved here.
Okay.
So she repped me for a while. And she was sick. She didn't really like to get too much into it. But I remember I had a job, and this was actually in the middle of like all these contests that I was doing.
Okay.
And
which I definitely want to talk about your contest, because I think that's kind of something that you're like very known for. But anyways, proceed.
So actually it was that year that all these crazy things happened. She passed away. And I remember I went to a job, and I was in St. Louis at the time for a client. And she emailed me the night before, and you know, the after the first night of shooting, I look at my emails just to see if she like responded, and she didn't. And I was like, that's weird. You know, I like always hear from her, whether it's a text, call, whatever. And so didn't hear from her. And then the next day I woke up and I turned my phone on because it was on like do not disturb, and I find out she passed away.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
so you knew something was wrong. You like obviously because you didn't hear from her. Off.
Yeah. But then I was like, okay, sometimes people have, you know, those times where they're just, you know, busy doing something, whatever. And find out that right before I had the shoot. So it's like, whoa, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
My life like definitely took a pivot at that moment. Like I will say I was representing myself more at that time just because of everything that was going on. But she still like was a part of my life. She was a mentor. She was one of the 3 most important women in my life, you know, my mom, my grandma, and her. And when she passed away, she was like the first person like that I was really close with to go.
Yeah.
And
so really
not to get emotional. Oh my God, this is an emotional.
No, it's okay. Listen, we're like, it's okay. You're human, and this is a part of life. You know what I'm saying? Like we all go through stuff. So it doesn't have to be your mom or your sister or somebody.
Yeah.
That it could be somebody close to you.
Yeah.
That she was like your mentor, your mother.
Yeah,
she
literally like we talked more than I probably talked to my mom at the time.
Right.
Like that much.
Right.
And so when I found that out, I kind of was just like, I pulled through my job. I did it good. Like my clients knew what was up. They were really caring and like,
that's good.
It's okay, you know. But I pulled through almost like she was there with me, like holding me down, you know, being like, get through this, be a professional, and then when you get on that plane, you can cry all you want.
Yep.
And that's exactly what I did.
Yep. Handle your business.
Yeah, be professional. Like when you gotta cry, you can cry, but like at the same time, I'm like, just get through this, you know. And I wanted to do my job, and she actually introduced me to them a while back. So, and I'm still good with them. So it's nice. But I came home and I just like was kind of questioning everything, and you know, it was like kind of at that moment where I'm like, what should I do? Like I'm a full-time model still, like I'm still doing good, like, but what else is there?
Yep.
And I kind of had some influences from friends and stuff and important people in my life, and it was just kind of like one of my friends was like, I feel like one day you're gonna start like a management company or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know about that. Like I'm so busy already. Like I don't know. And several months rolled by, and I call him and I'm like, remember what you told me? I was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, yeah. And so actually, like shortly after, my grandma passes away, and like it's just like a toll, you know. But all these people who are so important to me kind of motivated me.
Of course.
To doing something else with my life, inspired me.
That's
so
good.
Yeah, it was a good thing.
Well, you took her like, you know, instead of her passing as like a downfall, you took it as a blessing. So yeah, that's good. Yeah. So obviously it's called Bella Model Management. So explain to me into detail, like you help book models with other agencies or
like a mother agent.
Like a mother agent. So like if Sephora
agency.
hit you up was like, oh, I like Cindy's face.
Okay.
Can you get me this model? Correct?
Yeah,
like
I could do that. Yeah.
That's what you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So I do that. I book events. I do like fun stuff at the club, and we do like photo shoots, music videos, you name it.
Okay,
so,
fun.
Yeah, and I have like all the girls are super beautiful. It's kind of like what we say in our intro and the email when we welcome them. Is just like it's a sisterhood, and everybody kind of knows each other and
supports each other.
Yeah, and like it's great. Like I love the girls; they're all so sweet.
That's good. Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm really proud of you. Now, I do want to ask you about all these bikini contests that you've done in Vegas and the Halloween costume contests.
Okay.
So, because like every time I've seen you on Halloween, like you're all out, and I love it. So, the bikini contest. So in Vegas, we have the Hot 100, which is the Spy on Vegas one. So tell me about that. Like, what made you want to do that? Because I'm scared.
Really?
I don't really have that kind of body. I don't think so.
All bodies are beautiful bodies.
Thank you.
So that started, let's see, when I first came here, I think it might have been that same year, that first year I was here, and you hear about all these contests and everybody's in the industry. Well, I wasn't in the industry, and I actually moved out here knowing that I wasn't going to be in the industry.
Right.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to do something different. But I came out here, and I was just like, well, you should join this contest. And I was like, okay. So my first year, I placed third, I believe. So that was pretty good. Like,
really good.
I knew people here.
Like, out of how many girls? Like, usually start with the
I don't
competition.
even know.
It's like 20 girls.
No, more than that. Like more girls, and then they kind of like narrow it down.
Yeah.
And then they spread it out. I think 16 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they turn it down to like so many, like I don't even know, like 10 or something like that. And then my first year, I placed third, I think. Don't quote me.
Yeah.
And then the second year, so this was the year that my manager like passed away and stuff. And I just remember it was that contest like several, like maybe like weeks later, months later. She, I felt like was there with me again. You know what I mean? Just like pulling me through. And this contest like was coming down to the wire. I feel like girls can get like rough with it, you know?
Okay, were girls ever like mean to you, or like did they ever?
I've had like, I don't know names, but I remember seeing like a couple people like pulling boats away.
Yeah.
Because you had to do a lot of things. It wasn't just it wasn't just online votes. It was in-person votes.
In-person votes,
In person, you got to get people to like, here's my card with my number and vote for me. And then some people, you know, it would take them to get them to vote for them, which is fine. But I've seen a girl like take a number out of someone and be like, no, vote for me instead. And I'm just like, wow. Oops.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so you did that, and then that like obviously now.
But that year I won. So yeah, fast forward, I won that year.
Okay, go ahead.
But I didn't think that I was gonna win that one.
What was it? Why didn't you think you were gonna win?
I thought this girl, she did really. Oh, I thought we're not supposed to name names.
You could name her name because was it Masha?
No. Masha hadn't won that yet. Not yet.
She did win last year before.
No. I think it was a year after me or so. Or because I was a judge or something like that.
Yeah.
So the second time I did it was when I won.
Okay.
And I thought actually Darian Dallas would win.
Yep.
And she was doing really good, you know. She had a lot of people vote for her. She's beautiful.
Yep.
But I ended up winning, and it was like it came down to us two, and I was just like, oh, and I think another person too. But like between us, I was like, I haven't been called yet, and I'm just like third place, okay, second place, and I'm like,
you're thinking, like, did I not place?
And I'm just like, hey, second place. There's a video of it. I don't know where it is.
You'll have to send it.
I'll have to find it. But second place, I'm thinking like, I just remember like, just please be here with me, like asking my manager. I'm like, you built me up so much. You've taught me so much. Like just be with me.
Yeah.
You know, and
you won.
Yeah, I heard her name and I was like, what? Like what? If I heard her name, that means I won first place.
That's crazy.
And so that's kind of what happened. And actually, I was in the middle of doing ring carding for the Mayweather versus McGregor fight.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So the next day was the fight. And so I had to do that and like...
Just had a lot of good things going for you though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, like what I said before, like when one door closes, another one opens.
Yeah.
So that was just kind of like what was happening again in my life.
Okay. Well, that's good. And then you've done the Halloween contest.
Yeah.
I worked at XS in 2017, and I clearly remember you being in that costume contest.
Yeah, so...
What were you that year?
It was the same year. And by the way, that was after another bikini contest.
Was it you who got on the stage and did the splits, or was that?
I didn't do the splits. No.
What was it?
But I wore. I think I was like. I thought I was like a bunny, but I think I was a bat. Like, I think I was a sexy bat girl.
Okay. So, like, obviously, I don't know, most of our viewers, like, if you've seen the movie Mean Girls, it is true that Halloween is literally the one time out of the year where we walk around and wear lingerie throw on either body paint or ears or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Vegas Halloween is
But people
very
go all
sexy.
out. I've
People
seen
go all
some
out.
really cool costumes that like I'm like, wow, they should have won first place. Like,
I'm
so
not.
cool.
I love Halloween. I love the theme and the aspect of it, or like whatever. But I am so lazy with my costumes, and I'm never like super sexy. I'm that girl that will show up as like a Ninja Turtle or something.
That's cute.
That's not cute.
That's cute.
What would you say is your like least and most favorite thing about the industry? Like, I would imagine like you have almost 1 million followers. Am I right? Or 900,000?
Close.
I looked at your followers the other day. I was stalking you. So with that being said, like, do you feel personally, and that's okay if you own this because I own it, do you think that you have a lot of haters? Because I sometimes feel like just, I don't know.
Do you think that I have a lot of haters?
I think you have a lot of haters.
Oh, damn. Who?
Not specifically, but just in general, and that's very normal. But do you feel like you have a lot of haters, like, or do you think that for the most part, girls have been fairly like welcoming and nice, or?
Actually, I think fairly welcoming.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, especially. Before, probably a little.
Yeah, I think when you were kind of like newer here, like, who's this girl coming in
Maybe,
hot
yeah.
from Chicago? You know,
Who is she?
who is she?
And I'm just like, hi everybody, Midwest
You're
girl.
so sweet. I will admit that when I first, you were dating one of my friends, he is in the industry, and I worked for him.
Oh, yeah.
When you were dating him, I was a little like, oh, I don't really know about her. I've never heard anything bad about her. But I kind of was like, I don't know if she's nice. But then when we did a couple industry events together, you were really nice. So,
thanks.
I just...
Yeah, I'm nice. And he was nice too. So like...
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, so like, all good.
Yeah. Do you think that you'll ever date in the industry again? Like...
No, I'm happily dating someone, so
good.
I think it's gonna be.
And he's not in the industry.
No, he's not in the industry. But when I was dating that person, he wasn't in the industry either at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, have I dated in the? Yeah, I've dated in the industry before, and
it's hard.
Yeah, I think every relationship is just its own unique situation.
Right.
So it's like if you're both in it, like. I don't know. I've heard drama with that too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I prefer what I really like in a guy is like someone who has their own goals, driven, is like successful, or just like going after it. I love that because it kind of reminds me of me.
Right. Right.
So it doesn't matter what they necessarily do, but that's something that I really like.
Right.
It's like that energy,
Yeah. No, for sure. They gotta like match your energy.
Totally.
So, where do you see yourself like staying in Vegas, or where do you want to see yourself end up?
I see myself in multiple locations. I always said that. I feel like for years I've always wanted to live in multiple places. So like I kind of I actually move every year. No joke.
I was gonna say you were like, I can't keep up with you. I don't know where you're at. Like I watch your story. I'm like,
she's here.
One day she was in the Bahamas, and the next she's here. I don't
I
know.
know.
Like
and sometimes when I post that, I'm already gone.
Yeah, which is smart.
It is so
it's
smart. I've learned that.
By the way, guys, don't post your location when you're somewhere at that time.
Oh,
Just
girl,
wait,
no, yeah, I've done that before, and
because
people have come up to me, and I'm
they're
like,
stalkers. Yeah, I've had stalkers, and I'm not even like that cool. So. How many contests have you won? Like, what was the first prize like total, like in the money? Like the money was really good.
Oh yeah. So first contest I ever won in Vegas, like won. I don't count the third place. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much I won. Maybe $5,000 or something.
Great money. Yeah.
But the next year was a money making year. Like wow. First contest I won $25,000. Swimsuit contest. And then, then there was the fight, whatever, fast forward. Another month later, another bikini contest that, you had to go to a couple times in a year. And I actually thought since I won the first one, I wasn't going to win this one. And I actually thought I was going to win this one and not the last one. So I was kind of confused. I was like, am I going to win this one? And everyone's like, you got this. I was like, I just won the last one. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna win that one, And like, I'm like, I don't know. And they were like, I feel like you got this. I was like, I'm gonna try my best, Won that one.
That's amazing.
And it was like $50,000 in my pocket, like cash, $25,000, big checks. I still have those big checks. And then there were the Halloween contests.
Yeah.
So I did the one in Excess, and I think I got third place.
Yeah.
And I think I got like $2,500 or something like.
great.
I can't remember what it was. And then that same night, I actually left XS to go to the Hard Rock because they had another contest.
Yeah, so that's the cool thing is you can go from like one club to the next and go to like all the different contests. Like, monetize.
Smart. That's why I own a business.
You get paid to look sexy.
Why not? Take advantage of it. And so I won first place there. So then I was like, okay, cool. I'm here, take some pictures, hang out, and then I went back to Access.
Yeah, that's dope, girl.
Yeah,
I love it.
it was
I
cool.
literally just give you so much props for that because it takes a lot of balls. It takes a lot to get in front of people and do that and have confidence in yourself that you know, and a lot of hard work and effort goes into your guys' costumes. You know, it's costly. I know that, like, I was gonna try to do one year and the outfit that I wanted was like $300-$400, you know.
Oh wow, what was it?
Girl, nothing crazy. It was just
a picture of it.
I don't even have a picture of it. I was gonna be like a Indian princess type thing.
Okay,
and
cute.
I was like, you know, but I was
That's
like, I can't do
cute.
this. I gave up. I was like, no. I got scared and I bailed. So I'll just stay in my lane.
I think that for that Halloween contest, I picked out some really sexy, expensive like lingerie. It was like leather, and then I already had this like black robe thing, and I was like, okay, let's get creative. I want to wear this bat mask, you know?
Yeah, you were dope. Like that.
Yeah, like I went up on
cool.
stage and I was like all covered, you know, and then I was like, whew.
Yeah, you opened it up. I was like, ah! I dropped my drink that I was serving my customers. Like, ah! this bitch just opened her shit up. I was like, yes, she wins.
And I was swinging on stage.
Yes, girl, you were the.
My heart was racing.
I know, it's okay. You did so good. I give you so much props, and like, I love hearing about. I think a lot of people. One thing that I've been seeing on Facebook is a lot of people are freaking knocking like Instagram models, like get a real job and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know what? It actually takes a lot of time and effort to calculate your posts, to have to post that much, to monetize, and then like you know, eventually with your following, I'd imagine like you get shit sent to you all the time. You got to go through all that posts, and they want this, that, and the other, and not just that, like.
It's a full-time job.
Just the photo shoots in itself. I'm not like, I don't consider myself a real model, but I have done a few paid photo shoots. I do little collaborations here and there. Like I said, I stay in my lane, but my Instagram is just my own personal thing. I post what I want. I want it to be organic. And,
it should be what you want.
Yeah, it should be what I want. And I've taken some great, beautiful pictures. I mean, I've
seen them.
Thanks, boo. I know. I love when you love my pictures. I'm like, she loved my pictures. But, you know, it's to say that you do work very hard, and that's why I wanted to bring you on, because I think that people don't have a certain level of respect for like people who have been able to turn their Instagram into like monetizing and opening up opportunities. So stop being a hater. Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in to another great episode of Bottle Girl Diaries. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below. Also, drop me a comment and let me know who or what you guys would like to see features on the next upcoming episodes. For sneak peeks throughout the week of what we have coming up, you can follow us at Instagram on Bottle Girl Diaries Official, or my personal page at I am Cindy Nansiri, and we will see you guys next time.